You know what? You know what? That's how we're gonna start this. Good morning, New Hale City, Emanar. Good morning, New Hale City, Emanar. 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 Good morning, New Hale City. That is my dramatic interpretation rendition of Emanar from the hit TV show Mermaids, uh, Splashing Again or whatever the fuck it's called. Go back to Soap's episode where we talked about that, or I forget whose episode we talked about it. Someone's episode. Welcome to Good Morning New Hill City. We have so very much to talk about. So very, very, very much to talk about. Um, Today, we're not even gonna get into our guests. Let's just talk about me and what I'm doing right now. I am sitting in my loft, of which I am constructing. I picked a really great time of the season to work on my loft, which is the winter time. It is currently starting to snow. I'm on Earth. I'm not in New Hill City right now. I'm up on Earth. So I'm at my loft in New York. New York, I have a loft, and working on out. That's what I'm doing. Announcements. We have let's see. I don't know if there's anything new happening. I do know that there's some D&D and some Call of Cthulhu happening. I must drop my shit. Call of Cthulhu happening. So keep it locked for that. Make sure you guys go into the Roll Assignment channel. Get you some D&D. Get you some RP. There's some things happening starting soon. Next is the weather. I kind of alluded to it, but right now it is. I mean, in New Hell City, it's hot. Let's be honest. It's always hot. It's always high decibels, high. What do you call those things? So, there's like Calvin. That's what it is. Kelvin. But on Earth, it's snowing. So fuck that shit. Snow's nasty. And if you like snow, you're wrong. You're wrong. Next section of the podcast is here's a rich thing I bought. I kind of alluded to it earlier. Again, I am building out my loft. So I've been spending lots of money reupholstering, building new, making new. It's been great. I'm doing a lot of unnecessary renovations to my house just because I want it to. Best thing on the internet. Now, I've never answered this question faster. The best thing on the internet right now is Kim Petras' Slut Pop EP. If you don't know about Kim Petras, she is a queen. She's a trans pop star, and she's from Germany? Austria? I don't know where she's from. Doesn't matter. What does matter is the fact that has released one of the greatest pieces of music ever known to man. Beethoven could never. Um, I can't think of another musician. Um, Pachelbel's Canon could never. I need you guys to go on YouTube and download or listen to on YouTube Treat Me Like a Slut. It is one of the greatest songs of all time and it speaks my heart. I cried when I heard that song because I said, finally someone made a song about me. So get into that. Bitch, I'm hungry. I'm usually eating on the podcast. Today I'm not. I had brownies earlier. I made weed brownies and they have definitely kicked in. So that is where we're at today. I am Game Corner. I finally figured out how to stream on my Elgato. So I'm now streaming on Switch. So I started streaming Triangle Strategy as I like to call it. And I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna do Astral Chain, Breath of the Wild, Pokemon, and I think that's it. I think those are the main ones I'm gonna do. So if you're not, excuse me, motorcyclist, if you're not linked to my Twitch, head over to Fire Demon 2021 on Twitch. Get you a follow, get you a subscribe if you're feeling cute, and get into it. Anime Corner, we are currently, actually, we're going to be watching that today, Attack on Titan, the final season. It is going down. I have no idea what's happening. So I vaguely remember season 3. I know we watched it. I know we watched it on Fire's Otaku Club, but we started the final season of Attack on Titan yesterday, and I was completely lost. I was like, where's Aaron? Where's that hoe I don't like? Mikasa? I don't like her. And anyway, so if you head down to the Fire's Otaku Club channel, we'll be having that today. So that'll be later on today. And Human Corner. I think Kanye West is upset with someone. That's all I know about humans. Anyway, Let's talk about the Hellys. There's not really much to talk about early in the year. I'm thinking about adding a new category to the Hellys called fashionista, something about fashionista, but now I'm not sure. I want to do something like best outfit, but I figured like that's not really creative. So I don't know. I was gonna. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a new category for the Hellys. Y'all comment below later on if you think of Helly categories that I can add to the already 61 categories that there are. And now we're gonna get to the time of the podcast where we get to the interview. This member, I've been waiting for this interview since we started the pod because this member has had an interesting track record. Been here since the beginning, done lots, said lots, and I have called them a few times the most underrated member of New Hell City, and I think I stand by that. I think this next guest is the most underrated member of our entire community. In its, are we in the 7th year of New Hell City? 7? I think, I don't know. Non-gender binary, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one, the only,
Wow. So
How's
lovely to be here.
how's that for an intro? How's that for an intro? Okay.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. And you are absolutely gorgeous. I always say your name is Omae. Am I correct in that pronunciation?
Yeah,
Good.
uh, most people probably know, but there was like a really old anime meme that's completely dead now. Nobody talks about it. But when I first made Discord, it was specifically for a friend who wanted to friend me on Discord so they could talk about JoJo. I didn't really know much about JoJo at the time, so I just chose a random anime meme that I know of, the Omae wa mu shinderu nani, the whole thing, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And they never friended me, so I just had a useless Discord account for a while, and I found here. Wow.
Ugh, amazing. Well, we're definitely going to get into that. I have been waiting for this interview since I'm so excited to talk to you. We're at your gorgeous home in New Hell City. We're actually doing this one in New Hell City now.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous. You've been living here for several years. I see you've pimped out the place. I see you have a mantle for
definitely.
when you finally win a Helly one year. It's a little empty right now, but one day, maybe one day,
Yes.
one day. So first of all, how did you find out about New Hell City? I don't know the answer to this question.
This is kind of funny because I was looking for a server specifically so I could practice French, I think. I don't even speak French anymore. I hate
Wow.
French compared to the languages I know, but I was looking for a server to speak French in, like practice. And one of the servers that Discord recommended me was you guys because you had a language channel.
This is
No,
a.
I just lied. I just
Wait, really?
completely lied to you. I was mistaking this for a completely separate account.
Wow,
My
shade. That's rude. How dare.
my ex, my ex, who is no longer in the server, reached out to me again at some point and was like, "Hey, how you been?" And I was like, "Pretty chill. How about you?" And he was like, "Yeah, do you want to join this Discord server that I'm a part of?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he was mostly active in the Discord, not Discord, the D&D channels. I was
What?
like, "Yeah, I don't really do that often, but
What?
I'll join anyway and see what it's like."
Do you mind
And,
sharing his name or giving a hint at least to me?
um, he streamed art. Where is he? Oh man,
What? I did not know you
Asian
dated
Nick.
someone here.
Asian Nick.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He doesn't. Well, he's not here anymore. So, you won.
Yeah, he's gone. It's really sad. He's like a very memorable ex for me. I remember one time I asked him about where he lived. He sent me direct like latitude, longitude coordinates to his house. I
Oh,
thought it was
wow.
very funny.
Oh my gosh. Well, it seems like you have
Yeah,
fond memories of him, so that's good. He didn't, kill your parents or
yeah, he's
anything.
really nice. We're
That's good.
both horribly antisocial, so all of our conversations are like, "Hey, hi, hey, what's up?" Not much.
Wow.
That's all.
Oh my gosh. That I did not. I usually just forget how people found out about New Hell City. This is the first
I
time I
stayed
never
for the
knew that.
language.
I never knew that. I've never been
I,
told this story. This is amazing.
yeah, I was waiting to tell it to you because I knew you'd find it interesting. I
That
stayed for the language channel though. I taught you some Korean, if you remember. The
I
language
do
channel
remember
doesn't
that.
exist.
Yeah, oh
R.I.P.
god, RP the language channel. Maybe it'll come back one day. I don't know. I don't see how it will, but maybe it
But
will.
I
I
taught Spanish and Korean.
Yes.
So,
For those who don't know, we used to have a language channel where you could teach people other languages, but like two people used it, and that was Omae was one of them, and one of the two,
it was
literally.
me and it was me and Kitten taught
Yeah,
Japanese, I believe.
that's right. Yeah, Kitten did too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what
Yeah,
was your so you joined? Did you join in what year did you join? Do you remember? I can find out exactly in a second, but if you remember,
it's it's so hard because a lot of my first messages were in the language channel and it was deleted. But I'm pretty positive it was 2017.
it
So in 5 years.
was incorrect. It was 2019.
Oh, oh my gosh,
Unless
way
you left
earlier.
and unless you happen to leave and come back at some point, because you cut it very close to the Hellys. So
Yeah, I have no clue.
I don't
But
know,
I'm
but
one of my first interactions here was definitely making emotes. So I feel like I didn't leave much, but I might have left. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, you
I don't think.
left a good impression, so. Mm.
I
Yuck, yuck, yuck. What is currently your favorite part about New Hell City? Not channel, but just part, general part.
at the moment am a big fan of just posting like nothing at all.
Okay, okay.
I like stalk every channel. Temple of Fire, I trust me, I've been up to tabs on every single person in here who's ever said anything in Temple of Fire.
I love
If you think
that.
people aren't reading what you type, I'm definitely reading. It's just if I don't have anything helpful to say, I don't respond. But trust me, you are being heard.
Oh, I love that. Oh, oh my. Oh, that's sweet.
Yes.
What is your primary role in the community? AKA, what would people best know you for in this community?
I feel like people would best know me for like the art that I posted, and a lot of people may not know, but I did make a lot of the emotes that I've seen people using, especially the
Yes.
fire sip one. I've seen a lot of fire sip. I made all the Cthulhu emotes. All those
Yep.
are me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Make sure y'all know
I've
and
done
y'all
it.
thank Omae, because Omae makes tons and tons and tons of really,
Yes.
really cool emotes that you all use.
Yes.
Uh, Kid
Except
says, except this one.
human
Yes.
paint one.
Yes, kid. Yes, kid.
Yeah.
What is your favorite
That's
channel?
my favorite channel. Ooh, this is kind of a fun one because I've missed every single one, but I'd have to say anime chat because I'm really trying to get into What's That Wednesday. I really want to see if I can even compare because I've only watched like nothing compared to some of the stuff that everybody else has watched. I have like the most unimpressive anime track record, but I'd love to like show up for What's That Wednesday and get something right. So I stalk it every now and then and I always miss it by like an hour.
Oh yeah, because Nalam seems to exist in this time zone that no one else does, and like I feel like the moment I wake up in the morning, he's like, it's nighttime for me, and I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. But yeah, so what's that Wednesday tends to happen at like a few hours after I get up, which is like, all right. So what are some of your favorite hobbies?
Oh, that's fun. I play piano, so I do that every now and then. Walk
Oh my
over,
god.
play like three keys, go sigh fondly, and then I just completely walk away from it. That's
Okay,
my
we're calling
my
that playing
piano hobby.
piano. All right. All right.
Yes, yes, that's it. I
Okay.
do actually play, but I don't practice it.
Okay.
And I, of course, as you know, I do art,
So much art.
and I like learning languages. I recently had to talk about my hobbies anyway. I got a new therapist, and he was very interested to talk about all that, but I
Love
learn
that.
languages for fun and then never use them. At the moment, it's Russian, and I'm doing better than most others.
Can you first of all shout out to you being in therapy, get in therapy. We stand therapy. Second of all,
Ooh.
can you teach me something dirty in Russian? Do you have like is there like a dirty? or fire demon. Either one of those things. Something dirty or fire demon. How can you say that in Russian?
Oh, this is fun. At the moment, I think like the only curse word I've actually learned, because I'm starting from like what you'd learn as a tiny infant baby toddler.
Oh yeah.
So I've learned yeah, which is like fuck. And that's
Oh,
like all I've gotten. But like
beautiful.
the exclamatory fuck, not like the action. I don't actually know anything else though. It
Oh,
ends there.
that's really all you
Everything
need to
else is
know.
so family friendly it hurts. So
Fuck and like, where's the bathroom? Okay, interesting. Got
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Got
I
it.
know how to say I'm learning so
All of the languages that I know are gotten from people who I've slept with. So all of my languages skills are dirty. So I only know dirty stuff and languages. But I haven't slept with enough Russians to know what they sound like. I did sleep with a Russian who was quiet. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This isn't about me. So what are your other hobbies?
to be honest, I don't do much. I sleep, I draw. Um
You play
that's
three keys on
I
the
just
piano.
I play three keys on the piano. I play
Hmm.
ukulele. I have a guitar. It's in my closet. I don't use it often.
Like any true
That's like
guitarist, you never play.
yeah, exactly. That's like all I do though. I think it
Amazing.
ends there.
Okay, all right. Well, your next question is who is your best friend here? And if you don't say me and only me, I will ban you.
To be fair, I don't talk in here often, nor do I talk to people outside of the server often. So I'd have to probably say you. But
Wow.
if I had to pick a second, I'd probably say kitten or CD.
I think we're gonna edit that last part out. We're just gonna have the part where you said,
Aside,
and we're also
I
gonna edit the
almost
part where
forgot.
you said have to, and just say my. It's gonna sound very disjointed. It's gonna be like my best friend is fire. I'm sure you'll say best and friend at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
I almost forgot, but I have to say Ray as well because we are essentially the same person. Every time I find a new thing and I'm enjoying it, Ray's already posting content for it, and I live for that.
Ray is kind of amazing. I'm not even gonna hold you up. Ray is wait, which Ray are you talking about?
Ray is in mod Ray.
Okay, yes,
And is
yes.
that I
REY.
don't
Yes, REY Ray. We do have an RAY Ray, but he doesn't post a whole lot. Um they um are amazing. We've been trying to get Ray and Jax on the pod. They have said no many times, but it is our number one get. they're very they're very disinterested in being on the podcast. But I will try. I'm gonna keep chipping away at that
love
hammer.
to hear Ray
I
podcast.
there's
It's
so many questions I have because like Ray is also the youngest artist of the year at 14. Like it is there's just so many
yeah,
questions. I have so many
love the
questions.
youngins. I used to
Yes.
be the youngest in the server. I used to
You
be that prolific.
were. Oh,
Now, sadly, as I'm nearing the age of being able to vote and go to war, but not drink beer,
God,
I
you are
I'm
one
no
foot in
longer.
the grave. 17. You are honestly old folks home. Honestly,
Yes,
do we need to send you to a I feel like we need to like send you to an old folks home at this
uh,
point.
my knees are already going out. It's
Yeah, I think it's
late
I
for
think
me.
it's time. I think it's time. All right,
I'm
Crypt
running
Keeper.
through it.
So, your next question is, do I look pretty today?
Of course you do. You always look pretty. I
You
draw
bet.
you so much. How could I not think you look pretty?
If you have not seen Omae's drawings of me, you're missing out. Literally, some of the most flattering things I've ever seen of myself. And that includes when I stand in front of my mirror naked and wiggle it around, and I go, "Woo, helicopter!" Even better than that.
I gotta say, my early drawings of you, I look back at very disgusted.
Of
They're kind
course,
of, I love drawing you, trust me, but they're just not that great. But
like what every
that
artist
movie
says.
poster one, I
That
made
is
a movie poster
so good.
forever ago. That one is so fantastic. I come back to it almost every single day purely for like the hands that I gave you. You have fantastic hands in that drawing.
Perfect. Perfect. And that was a Kitten joint. I remember that was when Kitten did the art prompts, which I think she still does now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
And she had it was like
I,
fire movie posters or movie posters that had to do with fire. I don't know, something like that. Um,
yeah, I think they were used in one of the campaigns. I think
yes.
someone
Oh
asked
yes.
me if you could, and I was like, yes, please.
So
I
good.
would love that.
So good. Kitten said, "Man, Beeler used to be the youngest mod. Then Omae was the youngest. Now JoJo. Then Ray. There's so many babies growing up. Babies becoming adults." That is the weirdest thing about New Hell City is that we've been here long enough to where we've literally watched people grow up. It's very strange. Fire Demon movie posters. That's right. Your next question, Omae, is let's talk about the cryptids. Is there any way to stop them? Now, you actually famously drew a cryptid, a Helly nominated cryptid drawing, a friendo.
Yep.
Do you think there's any way to
Yes.
stop
I
them?
love that one.
It's such a good one.
Actually, I hope not. I love the cryptids. They're my favorite ever.
They are
That
my
drawing
favorite.
of Frendo is literally my desktop lock screen. I
It
open
is
the computer.
so good. It has
I love
also
that one.
also been mine. I have a rotation of desktop stuff at work, and I have and your cryptid one comes up all the time. So
Yes,
you're
love it.
amazing. Now we get to the reason I deeply wanted to talk to you. This is exactly why I wanted to have this interview. Let us get in to your journey with the Hellys.
I'm
I
preparing a bunch, like
am
my tears.
there you go. Yes, prepare your tissues. Prepare your tissues. Um
Yes, yes.
so Omae has the distinct um is one of the few I don't know how to approach this. One of the I think three oldest members, oldest not in age but in I don't know, trajectory. I don't, how do you just differentiate someone who is old in age and old being here? I don't know. Omae has been here the
Oh,
longest.
yeah.
There are only three members, and I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this this fun fact in the Hellys on Monday. But Omae is one of three members who has been here since 2019 and has been nominated every single year for the Hellys and has never won. So this oldest denizen is how Kitten wants to put it. Okay, fair enough. Omae has never won a Helly and come very close every single year, which is great.
Uh,
So we're gonna
I'm
go ahead. No, go ahead.
very. I've got a lot of theories about this. I've got like I swear I need a cork board to put on the wall
I
to put
love
like red
this.
strings in between the
Yes,
different art like the art things and
I love
I've thought
this.
about it a lot.
I love this. Um, and so we're gonna start. So first of all, when you heard about the Hellys, how did you feel about the award ceremony being created? Were you excited?
I thought I thought it would be super fun because I really like I wanted to be able to like support the artists that I love in this community. Because when I came here, I was fully not expecting to get any Hellys, which I'm glad I've lived up to my
You
expectations.
certainly
But
have.
I just wanted to support a lot of the artists that I saw in here, especially like CD, which now is my mortal enemy.
Yeah, maybe
Just purely,
stop supporting CD a little bit.
I gotta stop support.
Maybe CD
Even
needs a little less support from the art community.
even last year, I'm almost positive I still ended up voting one of the art things for CD, despite being told that I should vote for myself so I have a better chance. I was still like, but CD's so good.
For those who don't know, and this is a spoiler
uh,
alert for this little moment, CD has is undefeated in the best digital art piece category. He never is defeated, and he is a two-time winner of Artist of the Year. CD is doing fine in the art category, for fuck's sake. No, enough votes for CD. Enough.
I want to support him.
Enough. I think CD posted like four pieces last year and was like, oh, I'm probably not going to win this year. It's no big deal. Fully comes out the gate and demolishes the
He's
competition. Anyway, one day
so
he will
good.
be dethroned, says Kitten. One day. Um,
Yes, hope.
but that day is not today. We're going to go through Omae's many losses and see how Omae feels about this. So, back in 2019, you were nominated three times, once for Most Contributing Community Member, back when you were, I guess you were super contributing, and you lost to
Uh,
Sergeant Pepper, which was that's a tough one because Sergeant Pepper literally runs the news in this whole server.
yeah.
So there's that. You were also nominated for best. So back then we had best art piece. We didn't have traditional and digital, and I wish we did. we had best art piece. We also didn't have best lewd piece either. Um, and that was the and you were nominated for Kamaitachi. Do you remember this piece at all? It was I think it
No.
was like the two dogs. It was like the Okami looking one. I think it was like two dogs or
Oh,
something.
that's on my old computer. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, if you want it, I mean, it's literally posted in the 2019 Helly Wars. By the way, yes, if you want to follow along, folks, we are at the 2019 Helly Awards. And you lost that one to one consistently depressed. Were you sad about this? Did you think you were going to win? Do you remember?
Um, I, I, after you mentioned what like the piece was, I fully remember it now, and I didn't actually like that drawing that much, so I was okay with it because I think CDs was like, I think I liked it way more,
Oh
so it
yes.
was it was fair. It was fair.
Oh yes. Oh yes. All right. And you were finally nominated for best new member. So we get to talk about this. This is interesting because we I think you're the only one. Yeah, you're the first Hellion we've ever interviewed who was nominated for best new member back in 2019, back when there were 10
Oh,
nominees.
oh my gosh, we've come a long
We've
way.
come such a long way, and you lost to JoJo, which is interesting because I
Very
actually
fair.
JoJo is and will forever be, I think, the youngest Helly winner because he was 13, and his birthday was in January. So I think his birthday is like early January. So we've kind of thought that he will probably never be dethroned as the youngest member ever to win a Helly. So, do you remember losing to JoJo?
Well, hopefully. I do actually, but I thought it was pretty fair since I've never been the most active in Discord conversations. So it seemed fair. Jojo talked way more than me. I remember seeing him talking in best circle constantly.
That I also remember that. I don't know if were you at the Helly Award ceremony that year?
No, I only showed up for the
The
most
last one,
recent.
yeah.
I think I caught like the tail end of the one prior, but this is the only one that I was fully there for.
Yeah, so JoJo's was funny because JoJo won Best New Member. He wasn't expecting it, and we were like speech, speech, and he was like, "I'd rather not talk." And we were all like, "Oh yeah, okay, okay, that's fine. Okay, the end of the Hellys, that's it, bye." And so he just like collected his award and was like, "Shut the fuck up, everyone." So that was Omae's first Hellys. 0-3 so far, 0-3. And then we get we get this is God, I love this. We haven't talked to anyone who's lost this much because it used to be Soph. We used to tease Soph about this, but now Soph has two, so you've become the new Soph. So now you're the Leonardo DiCaprio of New Hell City.
One
Um,
day I will make Titanic.
one day, one day. So in 2020, so this is going to be interesting because now I can tell you where your place. So in 2020, you were nominated for Best Digital Art Piece for A Butler Who Can't Cook. Do you remember that one? I love this one.
Oh, fun fact about that one. The books in the background, I don't know if it's visible, but the books in the background were completely like a stolen screenshot. I copied like one corner of a bookshelf from like a panel of, I think it was Castlevania, maybe?
Oh, really?
And then I just copy and pasted it in different areas because I legitimately had like the worst hand cramp in the world and did not want to draw books. But I did like recolor them. I didn't just completely steal a background, trust me, but I did steal the books.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I steal books sometimes too. That's not true. I hate reading. But
Yeah.
for it, so that year there were 71 people who voted for Best Digital Art Piece. You got 71 votes. You placed fourth, which is kind of huge for that category. Because everyone got a vote, and you came in fourth, which is that's huge. So I know it doesn't sound huge, but literally, how many nominees were there? Let me see. Out of 33 nominees, you came in fourth, and
Yes.
everyone got voted on. So
I
that's
think I've always been kind of top 10 when it comes to the,
oh,
not
top
to like,
10.
I'm not
You're
bragging in any way,
you're
but
usually
I
top
think I've been
five.
top 10.
Yeah, no, you're like
Oh,
top
yeah,
five.
for like
Yeah,
the past couple. I think last time I was for last one I was seventh, I think. So top 10 for overall.
we'll see. I
Must have
love it.
been.
And once again, you lost to CD. How does it feel to lose to CD twice at this point?
I love his work, so I'm not too upset. It'd be like going to a spelling bee and losing to Stephen Hawking. Like I
Yeah,
can't compete with that.
that's fair. That is fair.
I think it's just like wow, I'm on stage with. It's like
That is fair.
really
I particularly
rambling.
I loved your work in 2020 though. I think you like 2020 was I think when you posted I believe
Oh,
the most art. I mean you've obviously improved, but
probably.
it's Butler Can't Cook was a good one. That was the one where like your folder was full.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Your folder was like bursting at the seams with that one. Um 2020 is also when we introduced the best new Hell City art piece for which you were nominated for your favorite piece, Sex with the Devil. Um
Yeah.
and you were nominated against Nalum, Ghostface, Luminos, Sage, Caddy Master, and Mr. Something or Other, and you lost to Sage for Firegasm. That was a tough one too, because
Mm.
that's an emote that is often used mostly by me um, to express when I am horny, which is quite often. And for that one, you actually got third place.
Ooh, even
So,
closer.
yep, third place.
I'm like kissing the hand of victory,
So
but I'm
close.
not face.
So,
So
so,
sad.
so close. Kitten says some of these are weekly theme entries. That is true. Um, and you were also nominated for Most Improved Artist, of which do you remember, do you know what you placed for this one?
I have no clue at
You,
all.
you placed second for Most Improved Artist in
Oh
2020.
my god.
You lost by, let me do some quick math. 19, 18, 5 votes. You lost by 5 votes.
Oh jeez. I'm
And
whispering in Victory's ear
you're
sensually,
so
and yet
close.
not there.
You and that is 63 people voted on that category, and you placed second. That's kind of
Oh my
humongous.
god.
You got 27% of the votes. So and yeah, so that was tough. You lost to Very Russian Chord, who now goes by Grifty. But yes, that
I
was a tough
love,
one. That was a tough one.
love Grifty so much.
Grifty is wonderful. And then you were nominated for the first time for Artist of the Year. And you were
Ooh.
nominated against Caddy Master, Consistently Depressed, Very Russian Corn, Sadburb, Kyo Serpent Wave, Ender, Gamma Cruchador, Sage, Soph, Haley, Zen, Mika, and the Queen of Eggs. You lost to, that was our first time we had a tie for this category anyway. It was between Consistently Depressed and Sage, both won, which made sense because CD won for Best Digital Art Piece and Sage won Best Traditional Art Piece. So they kind of split the vote
Oh
there. But
wow. So romantic. Love
for
that.
Artist of the Year, you placed, let's see, that's first, second. You got third. Third for Artist of the Year. Yeah.
My
Yeah. Out of
oh, I'm
63
getting under my
votes.
desk. I'm getting under my desk and I'm sobbing in the mic. Bumper stickers? What in the
this
world?
this is going to be the
Wait
saddest interview. Just going
ever.
through this track record. I love this.
It's so sad.
Oh my
There's legit
god.
stickers under my desk. I wasn't a joke. What are the bumper stickers?
Oh man. So, do you want to know how many votes do you want to guess how many votes you lost by from the top spot?
I'm gonna go seven.
4 votes. You
That,
lost by four
that's so
votes.
four.
Four
Oh
votes.
my god, so much worse.
It's so close. Oh, this is so juicy. I love this. God, this is everything I wanted from this
Um,
interview. Um, do you agree with who won Artist of the Year?
you know what? To be fair, I love the artist here. Like, I can't argue with any of it, especially since Sage is always so great and CD is always so great. I have unending support for them. Mind
Sage
you,
was interesting. Go ahead.
every single Hellys besides the most recent one, I didn't vote for anything that had me in it. I voted for everyone that I thought
Oh
could
my
win.
god. So
So
for folks out there
I
who don't
supported.
know, we call this a nalum. So when you don't vote for yourself, we call it a nalum because the first year, nalum on principle said, "I'm not going to vote for myself." Nalum ended up losing a ton of awards by 1 vote. Now, had he voted for himself, he would have won lots of votes. I don't know that that would have counted. That would have mattered so much in this case, but we call that pulling a Nalum when you when it completely changes your fate because you didn't vote for yourself. Kidden also apparently does the same thing. I don't know why you all do this. Um,
It feels selfish. I want to support people. I want to show that I love their work, and I can't do that if I'm like, I hope I win. I don't know.
well, that's cute for y'all. I'm 100% an egomaniac, and I only vote for myself, so that's great. You were also nominated for Best Quote. It was the first time we had Best Quote. We're not selfish like you, Fire, says Taka.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I have 16 Hellys. Oh. Anyway, you were also nominated for Best Quote with Caddy Master called Fire's Alcoholic Nicknames. I don't remember this one. Um, but that was
I think
the.
it's just because I said like one thing. I
Yeah.
didn't actually think. I was just there. I had to get nominated
That one I think you were like tied for second last. So there was a ton
too.
of
Oh,
nominees for that one. There was 52. Oh, that was one
yeah.
that was 23 nominees. 52 I think came later. Um, yeah, so that was yeah, that was down there. But that was the year of Caddy Master. So it was good to get a quote with Caddy cuz Caddy pretty much swept the awards that year. Um, but yes, you are now at this point 0-8 at this point in the Helly journey. And
Wow.
I love this. God, I love this. And then we get to 2021. This past Hellys that happened in December. You were nominated, and this is going to be an interesting one. You are the first. This is gonna sound really awful to the internet. You were the first underage nominee for Best Lewd Piece. Now, let me explain.
Yes.
Let me
I did
explain.
anatomy stuff. That's
let,
the only reason, because there was nudity. It wasn't actually inappropriate.
let
Just
me
to
explain.
clarify.
So we do not let those who are under 18 into the not safe for work section. That said, if they happen to create any lewd art, we adults, I mean, I'm a child, I'm a baby, how dare you, but adults will post them in the lewd section for them. Now, Omae made a very tasteful nude. It was not, you know, not that we have anything wrong against smutty nudes, but it was
Celebrating trans
very
identities.
celebrating trans identities. We love it. We love to see it. It was very cute. It was called Pretty Boy. It was very, very good, very tasteful. We loved it. Um, and oh, I always forget to pull up the lewd Hellys. Because it's a separate doc. So you were nominated for Pretty Boy. Tell us about Pretty Boy actually. Can you tell us about that piece? What inspired you?
It was it was two of them. I was going back to some of my older characters. I wanted to work specifically on one of my trans characters, of which there are many. I can't make a character cishet and I can't make a character white. I don't know why this happens to me, but I'm
Honestly,
full of
we love to see it.
representation.
We have no choice but to stand. Yep, absolutely.
Yes, but I just wanted to do an anatomy study, specifically on the lower regions. That was what the focus was, besides titties. Yes, but that's all I did. I just was doing anatomy, and I was like, this is inappropriate and could be considered sexual to some people. So I'm gonna ask one of the mods if they can post it where I can't be.
Well,
Just
yeah,
innocent,
it's a good one.
innocent.
I'm excited to see your next one. I hope you do some more. I need some more
Oh,
lewd.
I have one to send to you. It's not as tasteful.
That's fine. We also had another underage member send us a I was about to say send us a nude. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. Send us
Not that.
Nope, that didn't happen. Everyone out there in internet land and the government agent watching me. It was
Not,
someone who was not 18 drew a lewd and sent it to us, and we entered it into the Hellys, and it's fine, and everything's okay, and no one should call the police. Now, you lost to one caddy master who also had a very good year last year, so
mhm.
that's a tough one. It makes sense though. Um, as some of you Helly historians know, Um, Caddy is the Caddy has won the most Hellys in a single ceremony ever with 10, and this is the one we're talking about right now. Good job, Caddy. We hate you. I'm just kidding. We love you, but we hate you. And so we also have the art votes are always so hard. Best digital art piece. Once again, your third time being nominated for best digital art piece and losing
Woo.
once again to CD. It's just not fair. It's simply
Yes.
unfair. It's simply
CD
unfair.
always has fantastic works, though. It's hard to not be like happy for him and
That's
all of
true.
his creative endeavors.
Can I reveal something? I
Go
voted
ahead.
for you. I voted for you for best digital art piece.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
flattered.
Yes, it was the first time I didn't vote for CD. I think I voted for CD the last two times, but this time I definitely voted for you. This is a
Yeah.
good one. This is a very good one. Um, this one you placed. Let me see. One, two, three. You placed fifth in this one. Wait.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
fifth. Yeah. This is a tough one. There
Oh,
was
so it is top
69 on
five.
this. Yeah. This is top five. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is hard. You were beat by Soph, Caddy, and Dragon of Statues. Dragon of Statues also a good one, and Suka. I forgot about Suka or Skuka. I guess is how the name said. But your piece, I wonder if jellyfish dream when they're asleep. Can you talk to us about that? Because that piece is gorgeous. It's really gorgeous.
Okay. This is okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, it's a lot. This is a horrible piece of work to be talking about.
You don't like this
But
piece?
I no 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 no.
Oh,
It's fan art is the issue. So it's
oh, I
fan
see.
art for a game. I'm a big fan of this game. However, I cannot recommend it because it is horrible in every other aspect.
Oh
There's
boy.
abuse, there's rape. They've got it all.
Oh,
There's Stockholm syndrome, imprisonment,
they've got
kidnapping,
it all.
everything.
Oh my god,
They've got
it's
it
like a
all. But it's called dramatical murder. And
wow.
I I play it. I play it at least once a year. Um, don't worry, censored of course, but I still play it.
Oh my god.
Um, one of my favorite characters is okay. This might be a spoiler, but
It's fine.
I'm not gonna say it, never mind. But one of my favorite characters is the one that I drew. His name is Clear, and he's fantastic. I love him. There is a moment where it is considered where he may possibly be dead. It's possible, right?
Oh my god.
And he mentions jellyfish a lot. His grandfather would sing to him about jellyfish, so I figured it makes sense for him to talk about jellyfish in an area he considered to be his subconscious, which was just a big open space of sky. It was beautiful.
Wow. Well, I love
There was
the colors you
so
used
much
were so
behind it.
gorgeous. It was so if you guys I'm gonna link it in the thing. And if someone wants to pull it up and put it in chat, that's also fine. Um, it is so gorgeous. Do yourself a favor and go look up Omae's submission for best digital art piece. It is so gorgeous. So
Wonderful
so so gorgeous.
jellyfish. I like the jellyfish more than the character.
That's fair. I don't know. I'm
Good jellyfish.
so we talked about this in our pre when we did our announcement party, our nominee party, is that one of the great ways that you can trick I don't know if it's I call it tricking the human eye to vote for you, but I think the color choice of your piece that whenever you submit anyone submits a art piece, your color choice really matters because there's certain things that really catch the eye, um, very dynamic colors like that catch the eye. So if you find that there are a bunch of pieces that have very similar color palettes, they won't stand out as well. So just something to think about. Something to think about. It's how I voted. But anyway, you were also nominated for Best New York City Art Piece for Friendo. Tell us about your Friendo
Yeah,
piece.
I really wanted. I think I just made it unprompted. I don't actually think there was anything for it, but I had read some of the messages and obituaries about the entity itself, and I thought it was a kind of interesting concept, and I wanted to apply it in kind of a shadow monster kind of territory. So that's what
So
I did,
good.
and of course, a lot of recent developments have proven that many people do not think of Friendo as a shadow monster, but I'm still in my heart, Friendo will forever be a shadow monster.
Friendo is so
Love
good.
it.
For those who don't know,
One of my
Friendo is our I believe our February cryptid, and it was basically a it could be a shadow monster. It could not be. I don't know. Friendo was sort of this entity that would follow you around and ask you if it wanted to be your friendo. And if you got near a body of water, it would pull you into the body of water, and you would never come back. So that was Friendo, and it was the coolest drawing, and I really loved it. And it was a weekly theme piece. That's what Kitten is telling us. It's happening across the same time you were going to do Friendo art. Safe for Oh yeah. So you actually got third place for that one, by the way, for best New Hell City art piece. So good job, Omae, once again in the top 5, getting so close.
I'm
Third
always on the podium.
third place. That was a tough one because you lost against Corn/Grifty, who drew the artwork for Good Morning New Hell City, which is the podcast you are currently sitting on. So that was
Yeah,
tough.
that's
That
really
that
true.
that was a pretty hard one.
Can't sit in Grifty's territory and talk any bad about him. Not that I would
Yeah,
have anything bad to say. I love Grifty.
Grifty's wonderful.
One of my favorite members.
Amazing. We love Grifty. You were also once again nominated, I think, for the third time in a row for Most Improved Artists. Um, and you were nominated against such artists as Mika. We also have the winner of Most Improved Artist, Kitten, in the chat right now. You were nominated against Mika,
Woo!
Very Russian Corn, Dino, Caddy Master, Ray, Queen of Eggs, Soph, Sig Steroni, Zozo64, I'm a Kitten, Light Renoa, and Velvet She. And Mika ended up winning. But let me see where you placed. Um,
Oh,
what?
Mika's so good.
Mika is really good, yeah.
Once every month, Mika posts a work in progress in the channel, and I love looking at them. It's just such good rendering.
Such good rendering. You got fifth for that one, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good for that crew.
Still on the podium. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yes, yes, that is true. That was also an interesting category because Mika was uh, in an upset, thought to have were. Wait, let me think about my words. Mika was going to win in 2020. People thought Mika was going to win in 2020, but did not. And so this was kind of restitution for that whole thing. But yeah.
Oh,
And then your final nomination was for Artist of the Year. You were nominated against Helly, Very Russian Corn, Grifty, Sadburb, Mika, Consistently Depressed, Toxic, Dino, Caddy Master, Zozo64, The Queen of Eggs, Soph, Sigsteroni, Ray, Mari, Mari Rose from Germany, I'm a Kitten, KMM Green, and Code Fox Up. And that was the first year that CD was dethroned by Ray, who had a pretty amazing year that year for art. So, how'd you feel about that? How'd you feel about Ray winning?
I was happy that Ray won. I was glad that CD was off the throne as much as he deserved it. But Ray, I feel like, needed a little bit of a spotlight. So I'm
Yes,
glad that their work is
yes,
being beautifully recognized. I can't
so
even
good.
feel bad about it. I love Ray. It's like a younger sibling.
Ray's wonderful. Ray's great. Um, and so that was your 2021 journey, and that makes you in what's 8 plus 5? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're 0 and 13 so far.
Wow.
So
Wow.
let's talk about this year, what you're nominated so far for this year,
Ooh.
because we have to see what we are voting for when we try to make sure that you win a Helly this year. So you were nominated this year for Best Digital Art Piece. You have a couple pieces in there. I don't remember which ones they are, but you have a couple pieces in there so far. So we're only on February, and you have time. Um, but you have a couple Best Digital Art Pieces you're up against so far. Mika, Grifty, Soph, Velvet, Ray, Kitten, Caddy, Cheese Lord, all the usual suspects. Do you think you can pull it out this year for best digital art
I,
piece?
I don't know. I feel like I've got a chance with best art piece just with the drawing that I just did. I'm be for real with you. It's very nice. It's a
Ooh,
redraw.
I like that. I like that. Oh,
Redraw.
we love a redraw.
I'm big on that. I
We love it.
don't think I posted the original on this channel. I feel like I might have, but that was before we had a distinction between the red light
Yes.
district and creative corner, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I redrew it, clearly superior. Made him less. He's more of a twunk now. He was very twinky before. I made him a twunk.
A twonk. We love it. We
Yes.
love it. I'm getting better, Mai. You have to win best digital art piece before I do. There you go. There's your challenge. Well,
Do. I
currently
do. I'm on how to do.
you're also nominated for best New Hell City art piece, and you're one of two nominees, so you at least have 50% chances. I mean, you are up against Korn, who drew the redraw piece for this very podcast, so it might be a repeat
Yeah.
of last year.
I could lose again. Same thing.
However, you have an advantage because your piece moves. So it's called Shimmy Demon Cat, and it is one of our favorite emotes here this year. So very well
Ooh,
could win. Very well could win. Just saying, Corns doesn't move, or Grifties doesn't move. Grifties doesn't move.
kind of
You,
my first time animating something.
I love it. Oh, I love it. You're also nominated. Finally, you only have 3 nominations so far in the year. But I think you're also nominated for best. Oh, best level up. So we'll see how that goes. Best level up is it could be anyone's game. It,
Oh, I think it's because I said I was a sad 15-year-old. I
yep,
think that's what I was talking
that's it.
about. But
That is the one.
I remember this. That's I was just trying to take a normal character personality test, and I got very much called out. And it's still my name to this day is depressed gay clown, but it gave me a depressed gay 15-year-old and a depressed gay clown. How was I supposed to say anything?
How were you supposed to? Oh,
Here I am.
incredible. I think you need to draw this depressed gay clown. I think this needs to happen.
Yeah.
Just
What do
saying.
you mean? It's right there. It's my profile picture. There I am.
Fair enough. Actually, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. What am I talking about? Are there any other categories you were coming for?
Um, best lewd piece.
Yes.
I will send it to you right now, even just
Yes,
because I'm
please.
gonna forget.
Yes, please. Do
You'll
that
trust
now.
me. You'll love it. It's beautiful.
I can't
I
wait.
love it. I've changed the original. It was red originally. I've made it pink now. It's beautiful.
And when are you turning
Oh,
18?
it is. Oh my gosh. I turned 17 in July. I turn 18 next July. There's that
Oh,
one.
excellent. Oh, so
Wow.
2023 is when you turn 18?
Yes, right after I
Oh,
graduate.
got
Gonna
it.
be
All
17
right.
until I
All
graduate.
right. Well, then it doesn't. I'm not even going to be. I can't even think that far. Never mind. I was like, oh, great. Is this the year that you finally get to
Nah.
join the lewd area? Okay, no. Nope, it's not happening.
No, it's next year.
Not happening. Yes, I hope. Oh my, I really. You need a Helly. You need a Helly.
Yes.
It's well deserved. I hope it happens. I hope when you get it, you cry. We need tears. We need tears for the ratings.
I trust me. I could do it. I
Good.
could do it.
Good.
There will be tears.
This is exactly what we need. Make sure you all vote for Omae. Omae's been here. Omae's put in the time, put in the work, been top 3, top 5 in each vote. It's time. It is time.
Yes.
Um,
It's all about drive. It's all about power. I'm
that's
putting it
it.
all in.
There it is. Your next question before we get to the fan questions is what are your goals for this year in New Hill City?
I really want to talk more. I've mentioned it to my therapist even that I really want to talk even more to people. I clearly am missing out
Yes.
on being very social, and I wanna be able to make friends easily. I'm working on that.
Oh my god. I mean, okay, I just looked at your lewd piece.
Yes,
Technically, this is still best digital art piece because you're not showing any naughty bits.
but it's so gross.
It is it
Like
is
you,
so gross.
I
But
wouldn't want someone younger than me seeing this in the regular art channel. I feel like that's my distinction.
Okay, if you all right, if you okay, I mean, all right.
You know what I mean? I
That's
don't
fair.
know.
I
Like I don't
because
want
you
like
wish.
some 13-year-old that's still like new to the server being like, "Oh, I wonder what's in the art channel. I got it." I just don't want that. I'd feel so bad.
Per your request, I will put it in the best loot art piece category. But fair enough. Um, okay, so now we are going to get into your fan questions. So if you are listening right
My
now,
God.
type in the bonfire text chat any and all fan questions. We are going to
Oh my
start right now with Taka, who has been chomping at the bit. Number one is you have to choose an art piece you made uh, to live as it or inside it. Which do you choose and why? Oh, that's great. Which one of your art pieces?
that's a pretty good one. I hmm, oh wow. I'm looking at I opened up my folders. I've got like folders upon folders of art to look at.
Oh,
I
if you have it in front of you, you should post it to Bonfire Bar text chat so people can see the goodness.
mm, I think if I had to pick like a universe conceptually, I think I'd probably pick. Let me open it so I can send it,
Because I would like
and
to
we can.
live in your latest lewd piece. Just saying. That's just me.
Yes, my wonderful OC Julian. I think of him fondly.
Ah, Julian.
He's listen. He may be cis, but he's not het. So I'm still keeping with my theme of not being able to draw straight people properly.
We love it. We love to see it.
All right. I think if I had to pick, it would be this one just because it's Ghibli. How could you not want to be in Ghibli?
Ooh, yes. For
I
our
painted
audio
that background
listeners, it is
forever.
a blonde man standing with a gorgeous. Is that a pink cape? Would we call that a cape?
It's kind of cape-like. I made it
Yeah.
a little longer because I wanted that flare. I wanted the. He's just too beautiful not to have like a
So
coat flare.
fierce. So fierce. I think it's a
Yes.
great choice. A great choice. Oh, and I take it back. I would like to live in your jellyfish one. I think the world of
It's really pretty.
your version. I like that. I like that idea. Taka also asks if you
I'll
could.
I'll get a screenshot of what it looks like in
Yes,
game.
please.
That'll help.
If you had to replace your hobby with another one, which one would you replace it to? Interesting.
I think I would change out playing guitar for playing bass. Just because my family's got like this little music band thing going on as of late, and they were like negotiating whether or not I'd be able to play bass since I play guitar. And I
Okay.
thought about it very intensely. My
Interesting.
brother plays
Interesting.
drums, my other brother plays violin, my sister plays electric guitar, my other sister plays piano. My
Huh.
mother plays banjo and mandolin and guitar, and
Geez, y'all can start a band.
my
Really?
stepdad can play anything he touches. I hate him.
Wow. Oh, I hate people like that. I really hate people who are good at everything. It's the worst. The worst.
He's amazing at everything.
Ugh, the worst. Um, Kitten asks a very not shady question. Who is your favorite mod?
I mean, one of the first mods I had interactions with upon joining the server was you, kitten. If I had to pick, I'd probably say for certain it'd be you.
It's
But I
almost like
don't
she knew
want to
you were going to
pick
say that.
five right there. Fire's right here, kitten. We can't dislike
Well,
this.
when they ask that question, I'm technically not a mod, so they never
Yeah,
count
you are
me.
the owner.
Yes,
You're
they don't
my
count me.
favorite server owner.
Ah, the best, the best. This is why you're my favorite. Um, Kitten also asks, what is your favorite moment in New Hell City? That's a great question.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. I enjoy any moments where, like, I get to bond with anybody in the art community about something they're making. Like,
Cute,
if they're like, "Oh, there's this cool thing I found, and I'm making fan art for it," I could get to talk to them about it if I know the thing, and I love that.
cute,
It's always my favorite. I like bonding.
cute. Taka asks, if you could replace one moment from history, what would you change, replace, and why?
Ooh. Hmm. Moment from history. Probably the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Not that bad. I don't know. I'm very curious. I know what's in the library. I think about it every night before I sleep. What's in the library?
What's in the library?
Um, and it'll never be answered. And
Never
I
not
want to know.
once.
So
Taka also asks, you are in charge of NHC for one day. What do you do?
I nominate myself for everything.
There you go.
I
That's it.
get some more chances.
There you
So,
go. Don't stop at nominating. You should take over NHC for the day of voting and just vote for yourself a bunch.
and declare myself a winner.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I do. Wait, what? No, no, I'm just kidding.
I
Um
win a
Taka
temporary server owner.
Taka asks, you're forced to change your name. Which one do you use? And you can't change it back.
Ooh. Oh. Oh.
How
Well,
about
I
that one
think
there?
this is a fun one because I am not cishet, especially not the cis part. But I didn't pick either of my names. Both of them, um, dead and current, were my mom's choice.
Oh,
So
interesting. Okay.
I I I think it'd be interesting to pick like a really cool. I like older names. For a while, I had a character named Enoch. Pretty old
Oh,
name. I think Samwise. Samwise is a fun sounding name, and I'd like to
yes.
have it.
Enoch is a very, I think it's a Scottish name, isn't it? I think it's like a Scottish or an old Irish name. I don't know.
I think so.
I think so. Um, Swift comes in and asks, if you had the chance to speak with yourself from 2019, what would you say to you from 2 to 3 years ago?
Um, I don't know. Probably something basic like it gets better. I'm not like I hate when people say that personally. I think it's one of the worst things you could ever say to someone who's struggling. It's like all I think I would need at that time. Being told it from people who I couldn't rely on as like a source of reference didn't help. I feel like if I would show up at my own doorstep and be like, "Hey, it gets better. Don't worry about it," then I'd be fine.
Yeah, I find that that's like, especially with younger people, like they don't understand. I mean, you are younger people, so I'm talking about you. But I think like
Yes.
younger people don't have a hard time understanding that their world isn't like their teenage years. And I think one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the time when you are like 14 to maybe 21, you will barely remember that time in your life. You will really like that time in your life will be extremely insignificant to you when you get older. But
Most times in my life as of recently are very forgettable. I don't
same.
remember most.
Yeah, it's so like it's funny because like you, especially being in this server, you hear I read so much of like what people are saying in Temple of Fire, and a lot of times I don't comment because it's like I know they're going to get through that, like I know they're going to get past that, and they're not going to remember that later on down the line. But it's just like it's so pressing to them right now, and it's like, oh, that's not going to matter, and even to the end of the year, that's not going to matter. So that's always fun to me. But kids. Um, Taka asks, you have to kill one of the mods. Which ones do you kill and why? Jeez. Taka's
My
questions
God.
get wild. They're like, what's your favorite sunflower
God.
if you could kill someone?
If you could kill someone and get away with it, would you? Oh my God, I'm in a moral dilemma. I'm dealing with the trolley question right now.
I know, right?
Um, I appreciate all that the mods do in this channel. I feel like, well, not channel, this server. I feel like without it, there'd be plenty of issues. I appreciate what they do here, so I can't like, I don't, I don't, I feel really bad about it. I think it'd have to be one of like the mods that I've never interacted with, like Sage or Spider Monkey. I don't think I've even been active in a channel at the same time as them. So
Listen,
if I
if you
like
kill
had to,
Sage, that's competition. You just knocked out some competition for
that's true. I would knock out some competition.
yeah. Because Sage pretty much has best traditional art piece. If Sage, the only thing that gets in the way of Sage losing best traditional art piece is Sage forgetting to post her traditional art. That is the only thing. So, listen, You start getting traditional art, kill off Sage, you can win. That's it. There we go. We figured it out.
Feel
Kid,
really bad.
she'll be fine. Her boyfriend in Amsterdam will maybe not like you so much, but otherwise she'll be fine. If NHC, Kitten asks, if NHC was a real place in this world, what do you think it would be like?
I think it'd be kind of fun. I feel like it'd be like if you took New Vegas and New York City and took only the good things about them and put them in one place.
That's a really great point.
It'd be nice.
That's
We'd
like,
have fantastic
hmm.
political views and stuff too. I feel like it'd be great. We have such human debates here. Everything, anytime I check the debates channels for anything, everyone has such normal human reactions to events. It feels so nice. I get so tired of politics and being money motivated. I love seeing people debate like normal people here.
I know it's so funny when I see like sometimes we're like in mod chat, people be like, "Oh no, the debate section is getting heated up," and I'm like, "This is not heated up." Like y'all, y'all need
Absolutely.
to see, y'all need to see like people out, irrational people debate about shit like this. Um,
Yeah.
but yes, that I agree. I agree. Taka says, "Oh wait, the Hellys. If you could add a Helly category, which one would it be?" And I will be taking notes on whatever you say here,
Ooh, Helly category.
just in case we need it.
I hmm. I feel like oh wow. This is a rough one. I feel like we should have like a specific category for like the most friendly members, not like the welcoming one where it's like the most you drag into the server. It's one thing to drag people into it. It's another thing to make them feel like they can stay.
Okay.
Yes, I was very welcomed by Kitten and Caddy and you came here, and I feel like everybody should at least have that experience, and I feel like it'd be nice to have them celebrated for it even.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Um, Taka also asks, you can make Fire do one thing for a day and he can't say no. What do you make him do?
Oh my gosh. I don't know, maybe stop inviting more and more and more people to the server. Every time I think I'm caught up on who's all new, I can never remember who's new and who's not new. Every time I check, everyone's like, "Oh, Fire invited me,"
I don't.
and
Yeah,
it's like,
a lot of
"No,
liars. A lot of liars out there. I don't.
I
I don't
don't
know.
know what's happening."
Yeah, that's just a lot of non-truthers out there. How dare? Um,
And said my laundry. You gotta do laundry, Fire.
Fucking hell. I refuse. That's why I pay someone to do that. So Swift asks, you were given the choice between patting a kitten but be dirt poor for the rest of your life. Jesus Christ. And earning $1 million but no chance at happiness. Okay, wait. So your choices are patting a kitten but be dirt poor for the rest of your life, or earning $1 million but never being happy. Which one do you pick? She says third options are also welcome.
Oh,
These two things do
wow.
not correlate, but okay.
At this point, I paid the $1 million to pat the kitten, so I feel like I made my choice already just by saying it
Wow, way to
out
get out
loud.
of it. Way to get out of it. Never give him a
I
third
love
option, Swift.
I love animals. Well, I didn't really get out of it. I said I'd pick the first one, but if I had $1 million, I'd still pay it forward to patting the kitten. I
That's
just
true.
admitted to willingly being dirt poor.
That's
I
fair enough.
love animals so much. I've never understand like anything I see that revolves around any kind of animal cruelty because look at those tiny little eyes and know that they don't know what economy is and just be happy about it.
Do you own animals? Do you have animals?
Oh, I have a dog. His name is Biscuit. He's a Shar-Pei pit bull mix, and he's
How have
one of
we
the worst
never
dogs
seen him?
in the world.
We've never seen
I
Biscuit.
don't like him.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well,
He's he's
Biscuit
like
won't
my
be
least
winning.
favorite pet I've ever had.
Biscuit won't be winning pet of the year, I guess. Never mind.
He's broken windows in my house. He's broken them.
Oh,
He cannot be trusted. He's
I
broken windows. He spat on my grandma, actually, like
wow.
cannonly. He
Wow.
knocked her down at one point.
Wow, wow,
Just,
wow.
just horrible, horrible.
Interesting. I
He
blame you
burned.
all. I think that's y'all's fault. One really sexy member named Fire Demon. I don't know. Fire Demon asks, of all the Hellys you've lost, which one from a specific year and which category would you retroactively give to yourself?
Oh, I think
Can only pick
hmm,
one.
I think I'd give myself the most improved artist from uh actually 2021's
Interesting. Okay. All right.
or maybe 2020's now that I'm really thinking about the comparison I posted.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
definitely can
That's fair.
feel a tangible difference in my art from 2020 to 2021 and also from 2019 to 2020. I think it's just because I picked up like a doodle that didn't have as much detail, putting it next to two wonderful drawings that I did and will never be able to replicate. I don't know. It seemed more tangible, like, but I definitely feel like I improved most in the 1 year gap from 2020 to
That's fair.
2021.
Taka asks, you're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Which weapon do you choose? For this one, you will have the
Oh,
experience to at least use the weapon. So, whatever you choose, you come with the experience.
this is great. Because my family, I'm from the South. Fun fact, y'all. I'm from Oklahoma. Ooh boy.
Oklahoma.
My family has a little thing that we like to call living room machetes. So
What?
in a lot of our houses, there's at least one machete somewhere that's in like a reachable place
That
from any
is
room to the living room.
country. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
country right there.
That is really country. My God.
However, now that I'm in the wonderful, somehow more unnerving California, we are more about handguns here. So I don't think fighting a zombie off with a machete will be a very viable option. But I love bladed weaponry, so it's got to be up there.
Yeah, the problem. So the big problem is that they always say with zombie apocalypse is you never want a bladed weapon because it'll get stuck, and if you're in a horde, you can't use it. So like if you're being chased and you're like you'll get stuck in the head, and then you know that's why guns are better. But guns are louder, so but
Yeah,
bladed weapons are
way
good for
more.
stealth. So there's a lot of
Or
options
like a
there.
bunch of tiny knives.
There
I
you
could
go.
just have a bunch of little throwable knives on me at all
That's how you do it.
times.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Taka asks if you had the time to make an event for New Hell City, what would be the name of it, and what would it be about?
Oh my gosh, I think about that all the time.
Ooh, I love that.
So I have like no time for anything, absolutely nothing, but I would love to have like random history facts at any given time. Just pop it in, being like, hey, here's a fun fact. Like I remember, I can't remember, I think it was, oh my God, I can't remember now. But somebody was talking about a statue of Lucifer that's in a Dutch cathedral right now. That they're currently thinking of excommunicating. That's right, the Dutch cathedral is thinking about excommunicating a statue because it's too damn sexy. That's why.
We are known for our
So
sexiness as demons, yes.
I posted so much about it for like a brief moment. I was just like bang 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 all this knowledge about it, and the person that I think I was talking about already knew it, so it was kind of useless. But I really wanted to talk about it because I've never been able to tell someone it, have them believe me in any way. They always think I'm making stuff gayer than it is.
Kin says
But
that was
oh
Dio.
my god, yes, exactly. Oh my god, I remember now. It was a wonderful statue piece Theo did that had a fictional language from a piece of media I liked on it and everything.
Oh
I just
yeah, I
I
do
would
remember that
love to
piece.
have like an art history segment. Oh my god, I would love to have an art history segment.
Literally, oh my, nothing is stopping you. We have a uh, Annals of History channel, and we also have Chat of the Arts. So you are free to start that whenever you want to. Just saying.
Oh
Just
my
saying.
gosh.
Um,
Wow.
Taka also asked, use one word to describe yourself.
Oh, oh, runner up.
That is truer words were never spoken. You are definitely a
Yes.
runner up. That is very true. Hopefully, we'll change it this year. And the opposite, kind
Yeah.
of. You have to get rid of one word. You have to get rid of a word you speak often. Which one do you get rid of? Oh, that's interesting.
Ooh.
What's,
Um.
what's a word you say a lot?
Oh. At the moment, I do a lot of what I just like to call mimicking stuff. So I'll have like any random TikTok audio that comes in contact with my brain, tends to just get stuck there forever.
Mm.
Like a piece of glitter. You know how glitter's like craft herpes, it
Ugh,
never goes
craft
away.
herpes. Yep.
Exactly. So, like, at the moment, the audio I have in my head is the girls who girl, and the girls who girlint gornt. So, I
That
think about this,
is
and I say it
fabulous.
aloud every single, like, every minute. I'm
That
like a
is
gornt.
fabulous. Wow.
So, I think maybe that one.
I like that actually. I don't think you should get rid of that at all. That's great. I was gonna say or like for me, but I like what you said.
Oh, I
But keeping
never
it.
say,
That's
I say,
great.
like, I say possibly, or like, uh, oh, it's funny. My therapist told me that my schedules are chaotic and unstable, and he said you should probably fix those. And I said probably, and he said no, not probably.
Yeah,
You have
definitely,
to.
please. Yes, yes. Oh, mine actually should
Maybe.
probably be work. That's great. That's great. I like your therapist. Swift asks if you had an anti you, like a bizarro you, a la Superman. What would be his traits? Would their pronouns be he, him? Would it be? Would it even be a he? What would be the
Oh,
anti you?
I feel like somebody who's anti me is just like a dick. Who is like the worst person ever. Because everything I stand for is entirely based on like every single aspect of my life is moral based. I'm very a kind person, and I take
Oh,
everything into consideration always. So I
so
feel like just an absolute fucking piece of trash
how would
would be
they?
the opposite.
How would they dress? What would be like the opposite of how you dress?
Um, the opposite of how I dress. They would probably dress in super like obnoxiously bright colors and probably like only in like leather suits, bright pink leather suits, as
Ooh,
slutty as humanly possible.
I see
That's
this.
probably
I see this. I'm gonna give you this idea for free, Omae. A drawing where you draw yourself and then you draw the anti you, like back to back, like a movie poster. There you go. You can have that for free.
I would probably if a me and an anti me had to react and then like if we were put in a room together with no way out other than to like get along, I would probably be crying in a corner. I just the aspect like imagining somebody who's the opposite of me, it sounds horrible. I'd sob.
Taka asks if you have to get rid of one of your senses and live your life like that. Which sense would you get rid of and why?
Oh, this is I think this one's pretty easy. I would get rid of my sense of taste. A lot of people
What
are
a
very adamant on not that,
what?
but
Yeah, why would you do that to yourself?
because I love music. I'm a very music-minded person, so I wouldn't be able to get rid of hearing. And I love art, and I love anything that involves art, so I wouldn't be able to get rid of my sight. But I'm like have such a strong taste reaction when it comes to things. I'm super picky without being super picky. I eat everything that's put in front of me unless it's like caraway seed or something. Such specific things. You know what I mean? But I feel like I love being able to smell things as well. I love the smell of certain things like cinnamon and
Well,
like like dogs. I love the smell of dog fur. Not most dogs. Most dogs smell bad, but some dogs just are just the best ever.
the trap that people well, two things. A, you could have gotten out of this question by saying your sixth sense. B, you could have had you said smell, you also would have gotten rid of taste because those are connected. But fair enough. Fair
I got
enough.
rid of taste.
Yeah,
Perfect.
because your nose is connected to your taste buds or whatever. I don't know.
My sixth sense would be intuition though. Like that's my magic superpower is I can
Oh,
walk into
who
a room
needs
and the vibes
that?
are off.
Who
Right.
needs
But
intuition?
I
Just
feel
do
like
bad things. Just get into precarious situations and don't worry about the consequences. It'll be fine.
that's fair.
It'll be fine. Taka also asks, as we wind down these questions, Taka, if you had to be a demon, what kind of demon would you be?
Ooh. Hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like
you already aren't very set up for demon life since you said you were a moral person, good,
yeah.
kind. So I'm curious to
There's
know this
like
answer.
back in like the 15th century. This is some art history for
Oh
y'all
boy.
because it's an art piece. But back in the 15th century, people who were like I think it was Catholic believed that there were specific demons that would come to Earth purely for being wingmans to gay couples. That they
Oh.
believed it had to be a devil's influence that's making people gay. So I feel like I would just like I'd be the demon that walks into some kid's room and it's like, hey, have you seen this picture of Ryan Reynolds? Like making them gay. That'd be my
And then you have to yell and you'd be like, "You're gay! You're gay now!" And they're like,
you're
"Oh,
gay now.
okay, all right, cool." Some like
I'd
big,
get more and more southern by the second.
yeah, you're gay now. And then like your voice is amplified and echoes throughout the house. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a good one. That's a good one. I will take let me see what time we're at. I will take three more fan questions. Five more fan questions. I'll take five more fan questions. Um,
Wow.
Taka says you have to choose one of the fictional characters you had or have a crush on to defend you against a character you hate the most. Which characters would go against each other?
Oh my god, I love this. Okay.
Wow, Taka, someone
So
loves your questions.
I feel like if I had to pick one of the most powerful fictional characters I had a crush on, it would have to be. Oh, this one's kind of whatever, but it was Sashomaru from Inuyasha.
Yes, that is an
It was.
incredible answer. You better work.
I
You better work with that answer.
love him so much. I've always loved guys with long hair. My type recently has been fictional dads, preferably with long hair. So, big fan of that.
Work.
So I think the character I hate the most. Hmm. The character I hate the most. Wow, this is tough. Character I hate the most. It's easy to think of fictional crushes. I've got like a gajillion to choose from. I don't think I've ever been so angry with a character before.
I'm trying to think of Inuyasha characters that are terrible.
Oh, terrible Inuyasha characters.
Um, well, isn't the bad guy? Yeah, you picked the bad guy already, so
I did pick the. I. That's my
yeah,
fault. Probably the gross pervert. He's got so many. He uses his profession to sexually assault people. That's horrible.
yeah,
I
that's
hate him.
gross. That's gross. I
So
mean, also
probably.
equally gross that weird spider lady or that weird centipede lady. Just saying,
Oh my god, the gross
nasty.
spider lady. I
Yeah,
loved the episode. I loved the episode. Episode was great. Loved the cool concept of string making puppets move, not the puppets having pips in them or whatever.
oh
But
yeah.
like, believe the
I
choice.
think she was a centipede lady. I
But
always get
she
it wrong.
was.
I always think it's a spider lady, unless you're thinking of two different people.
She was a spider. She was kind of hot, but she was mostly gross. So I couldn't.
Yeah,
Couldn't
she's
love.
later in the series. I think it's like the first episode where there's a centipede lady who's different. But yes, that's right.
Oh yeah, she. I don't know. They came in with naked torso centipede lady who wasn't like she really didn't do anything initially that evil. Then she dies immediately after, I believe. She
That's
gets
fair. Yeah,
murdered
that's
by.
right. Yep. That's when he shoots the area. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
like,
Oh my god, I love that you know
yeah,
Inuyasha. I didn't. I want to fangirl out with you about Inuyasha. Um,
yeah. One of the first animes I ever watched. I don't count Naruto because I watched that more against my will. It just came on all the time because it's what my dad would watch. So I don't count that, but that'd be technically my first anime. But it was either Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, or Inuyasha.
oh my god. Oh my. You
I don't
just.
know what order.
Oh,
It was those three.
oh my god. I'm about to cry. I think you're my favorite person ever. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna forgive you Naruto, but everything else you said sounds amazing. Oh, good job.
Well, no, I love Naruto. It's just I
No,
didn't actively choose it, nor do I remember most of it, so I can't count it as the first
good.
one I watched. I could explain the entire plot of Trigun to you,
Oh,
so I'll count that as one of the first. It's got to count.
so I
I just
love.
know characters I liked out of Naruto, and that's it.
I also
People are
love
like,
that
you
you're
can't like Itachi. He murdered people, and I'm like, I don't remember that. I just remember that he's painted nails and long hair. I love
you are
him.
16 and you know about 90s anime. That's I live for it. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Um, Swift asked, "What fictional character would you attempt to cosplay as?"
Oh, that's a good one. I don't really look like anyone. This is a real like a predicament that I put myself in. Is that I'm one of those people where you can't really compare me to celebrity. You know how most people can be like, oh, you kind of look like this, you kind of look like
Mm-hmm.
that. I
Mm-hmm.
look like essentially nobody. I have such a
Interesting.
weird facial structure. So if I had to
Interesting.
like pick a fictional character, I'd probably go for one that wears a mask. Ooh, I don't know anything about Image, like My Hero Academia. Like, I don't know much about it. I watched the first season. I haven't been able to get into much besides the villains. I love the villains. They have great stories. But there was a specific villain. I think his name was like Mr. Compress. Love his. He's just got like a Dr. Facilier kind of vibe. You know what I mean? He kind of reminds me of the Disney villain from Princess and the Frog. He's got like such a nice outfit and a little top hat, a cane, feather in
Mm.
his hat, and everything. Love him.
Work. Work. Taka asks, talking about fictional characters, can choose to live as one of them. However, you are stuck forever as them, and they will live your life instead. Which one do you choose?
That's a good one.
Oh, don't tell don't tell
Um,
Taka that. If you keep telling Taka he has good questions,
oh, I'm
he's never
sorry.
he's never
I
gonna live
just
it down.
I just like talking about. Listen, the questions aren't good. The fictional characters
There
is
you go.
good. I
There
love
you go.
talking about
There you
fictional
go.
characters.
You were cut
Good.
off, Taka. After that last this one, you were cut off. You were cut off. Crazy man.
Sorry, Taka. I'm happy to answer your questions outside of like the interview, but
We're
there's
not gonna
time
cut off.
limits.
Poor
So
Omae
I
has things to
think
do. Go ahead.
I thought about this very fast. Like this is the first thing I thought of, but absolutely Haruhi from Oran High School Host Club.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right.
Me, a himbo. He's essentially just a bimbo, but with he him pronouns. You can't even say he's himbo. It's just I love him so much. I love Tamaki.
And you've got a
He's great.
fan. You got a fan in the chat. Kitten says yes. Um, let me see. Taka asks, "What stereotype of fictional character do you like the most, and which stereotype do you hate?" Hate. And Kitten says, "Love me some Tomaki." So okay.
Yes. I hate the tropes of like the tsunderes in anime.
Oh
I
yeah.
think this came from I watched Nijiro Days, which is a great romance anime, and they've got a fictional character. Well, it's all fictional. I don't know why I said that. They got a character. His name is Sekaiichi, I think, which I think is just a word. It means like the first or something, or no, it means like monopolizing or something. I don't know, which kind of fits because he's just his whole personality is that he's a horrible sadist.
Mm.
And he's great. It's one of my faves. But in it, there's this girl who looks significantly younger than the rest of the cast, and her whole thing is that she just hates this dude so much. And his solution is to just constantly sexually harass her until she considers him as a romantic partner. Like
It's
that's his solution, and I
very
loved him
anime.
outside of that.
Yeah.
I hate the Tsundere tropes because the solutions are always there's going to be some really obnoxious, persistent guy that gets into their heart or whatever. I hate
Yeah.
that. Can't they just have somebody who's equally as Tsundere and then it works out fine? Ooh,
And
love the
then which fictional wait, which tropes do you like? Yeah, which ones do you like? Tropes and or
ooh. When it
stereotypes.
comes to tropes
Combining Taka's
or like
questions.
yeah. I think it's gotta be like characters like the hopeless romantic characters. Like the ones that are like desperately just want to love somebody and it doesn't typically doesn't work out for them. That's the whole like, rom-com aspect of whatever anime they're in.
Of course, of
Going
course.
back to Nijiro Days, that's the main character, wonderful blonde boy who's just so bad at telling girls that he likes them. It's just like the one. That's like his whole thing is he really likes this one girl, but he's so shy about it that nothing gets done for like a whole season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love him. Great.
Nice.
Love hopeless romantic.
Swift asks, this is your second to last question. If you had to replace an actor in your favorite movie, which actor would it be, and what role would you be taking in their place? So you are jumping in for another actor.
Mm. Ooh. Huh. Um, I feel like it's kind of a rough one actually. Difficult question. Uh, Recently I have been watching a lot of Marvel. I've been trying to catch up on stuff I've been missing. I
Mm,
watched There Be Carnage recently just because I love Venom so much, mainly because the comics were so exceptionally gay.
love it.
They made it less gay in the movies, which
Of
I'm very
course.
sad about, especially since they made. I love Eddie being played by I forgot his name, whatever.
Tom
But
Hardy.
I love that Tom Hardy. Yes, because he just looks like he would be homeless, but he lives in a nice house anyway. Like that's so. I love that for him. It's very fitting for Eddie's personality, but
I have a
in the
theory
comics,
about
he
why
was
he's I
very
have a theory about why
important.
his movie was de-gayed, but it's Tom Hardy had a lot
Yeah.
of rumors about his sexuality, and Tom Hardy made some odd remarks. So I imagine that he probably didn't want that. So we
Well, they're kind of leaning into it with Let There Be Carnage. You know
oh,
what
I
I
hope
mean?
so.
Like
Okay.
talking about the honeymoon and the I love you.
Oh,
But in the comics, they do fuck. So I feel like they're missing out on all that.
they really are.
But Tom Hardy in the I would love to be the one girl who oh my god I forget everybody's name, but it's the she was like the romantic interest, but ended up with the one dude who was just kind of there. He was just like a nice guy, but like the whole thing was I think her name was like Anne. I don't know, but she was originally Eddie's love interest, and then he completely moved on from that in favor of a symbiotic relationship,
Word. And
which love that.
your final question from Taka, of course. Since you have the D&D role, if you would enter a D&D as you, what stats would you have? So what would you be high in, and what would you roll low in? High in
Well, this is
charisma,
fun.
for sure.
I have the D&D role because I'm interested in reading all the stuff from it and like reading the character sheets and all that. But I'm not like confident enough in anything to be able to role play as well. Struggle coming up with sentences on the spot. So I think like stat wise, I feel like I'd probably what's I need to look up what their things are because I can't remember what they're called. But there's like one specifically for insight like a kind of like a foresight type of thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. Looking up the sheets. Um,
Oh yeah,
the
kid says it's
court.
called insight.
Yeah. Wonderful. I'm glad. I feel like I'd be low in probably like strength or charisma. I feel like my strength would be super low as a character, mainly just because I my arms shake if I pick up milk jugs. I don't got the strength.
I don't got the strength. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that was these were good. These were good. Good job. You can use it to see if someone's lying. Good job. You survived. You survived Taka's 8 zillion questions and a couple from myself, Kitten, and Swift. Good job. Excellent work.
I
And
love the questions. Happy to
now,
keep answering.
I'm sure you could. Don't tell Taka that. But you will have some questions to answer because we are going to do a rapid fire. Oh God, Taka. We are going to do a rapid fire right now, which is where I have 16 questions for you that you must answer at the fastest weight that you can. I'm very high. So here we go. Are you ready for rapid fire? Are you ready? Oh my.
Yes, yes.
Here we go. One, two, 69. What are you terrible at?
I'm terrible at speaking.
That's not true, but fair enough. What are you amazing at?
Uh, Foresight.
What is your favorite thing to do?
Draw. I'm drawing right now.
What is your least favorite thing to do?
Ooh, homework.
Do I look pretty today?
Of course you do.
Perfect. Name something you would set on fire.
Ooh, oh my gosh. Um, Old sketchbooks that I have from middle
Perfect.
school.
You have to pack up your stuff today and go live with someone from New Hell City. Who is it?
Oh, wow. Um, I, this is rough.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say kitten.
That's fair.
Kitten, accept me.
I
I'm your
don't know why you'd
child.
want to live in cold ass Canada, but fair enough. Have fun. What is your favorite word?
Ooh, oh my God. Egregious.
Great one. What is your least favorite word?
Um, does, can't spell it. Mess it up every time.
Why are video games so hard?
Um, they're designed that way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gotta make it a little difficult
That's
for a
fair.
challenge for people much smarter than me.
What noise or sound do you love?
I love the sounds of heavy rain. No lightning or thunder, just heavy rain. I've got websites to listen to it and everything.
What noise or sound do you hate?
Metal scraping,
Thank you. That is
like
our number one
like
answer, by
pork.
the way. Oh, okay.
That's fair. That's
That's a
the
little different.
worst noise ever. I know people that like that noise, and I think they
Ugh.
might actually be like Satan, but in a bad way.
Our number one answer, I think, has been like a variety of like a metal rake scraping against a driveway, or
That's not as bad as the high pitched squeak of on plates. I think
oh
it's still
yeah,
bad, but
yeah.
really horrible sound. Not as bad.
Another big one was fork scratching against a plate, which I also hate that sound too.
Yeah.
What is your favorite curse word?
Um. Probably fuck. I say it
Nice,
most.
perfect. What profession other than your own, which you don't have a profession, but what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I have this strange like notion in my brain, and I have no idea why, that I could easily defuse a bomb. So probably like a bomb tech.
Wow. Okay, that's a big one.
I don't think I would. I would die first day on the job. I would be dead. It'd be over. They'd have to have a service for me in like the break room or something. But I'd still attempt it.
What profession would you not like to attempt?
Anything that's considered like an office job, like accounting. Oh my god,
Wow. Wants to
like
defuse bombs,
purgatory.
does not want to crunch numbers. Interesting. You are a fascinating. Anyway, your final question is: when you get to hell, what would you like Satan to say to you when you arrive at the fiery gates?
I just want a nice, friendly tour. Maybe a hug. That'd be good.
Perfect. Perfection. Omae, you are easily a New Hell City legend. You have been here since the
Woo!
beginning. I think you are the number one most underrated member of this community. I think you've contributed so
I'm only
much.
underrated because people don't talk to me enough.
I'm
I gotta
telling
talk more for me to not be underrated.
y'all need to just
Gotta be
at
like a
Omae
fan favorite.
randomly. Yes, just at Omae randomly.
No, I'm perfectly okay with that. Actually, if you just want to randomly DM me or randomly at me in a conversation to put me into it, I'm perfectly capable of it.
Yes.
Just it's the same with like phone calls. My family thinks I hate them because I don't call them, but if they call me, I'll talk to you for hours. I don't get
There you go.
it.
Perfect. You are amazing. I adore you. I think you're perfect. Where do people like follow you on a thing? Like, do you have social media? Do you have a page or something? Do you do a thing where
Oh,
place post your art besides check Creative Corner for Omae's art?
That's kind of funny because my DeviantArt, I don't post anything there often, but I might soon just because they keep the quality pretty well, actually. When I was a
Yeah.
kid, I hated DeviantArt's quality, but I think it's just because I was using low quality stuff that it was like that. But they keep the quality very nicely, so I think I'll be posting there a bit more often. And I guess Instagram because I'm very active there.
How do they find
I
you? What
ran.
is your name on Insta?
Oh, it's the same as my actual um Discord name, Froggy_noises, all lowercase.
Okay.
Very
Froggy.
accepting of friends.
There you go. So check out Froggy underscore noises and vote for Omae and the Hellys this year. Don't be a coward. Vote for Omae. Yay! All right, Omae. Tell the kids goodbye.
Goodbye, kids and not kids.
Kids and not kids. I'm the kid, by the way. That's what. Yeah. Anyway,
I think
bye.